Hello, all you beautiful people out there. I'm out for another walk. Keep myself moving. I do have some good news to tell you, which is what I love. The good news is I'm having fewer and fewer days where my leg is bothering me. Or it's bothering me, but it's only in a particular spot. It's not like it was before. I did have one occasion where it felt like the quad from my right leg, from my groin down to my knee, just hurt. And when your knee hurts too, that is even more fun. Let me just tell you, that becomes even more enjoyable. But I'm having fewer and fewer days where my leg is bothering me. But like I said in previous videos, I'm nowhere near 100% yet. I don't know exactly how long it's going to be until I feel like I'm fully healed. I talked with one friend of mine when basically told him what I was going through, and he was like, yeah, that groin area where most of my pain is and where I had majority of my surgery on the inner part of my thigh, that it takes a while to heal. And I don't know what a while means. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long is a while. Is a while couple of weeks, a few weeks, couple months, few months, how long? And I guess it just depends on the person and how fast it's going to heal. So I'm continuing to keep myself moving every day, whether I'm out for my walks or going out to shoot video or stuff like that. So, and take my resting times where I'm in the chair and I'm resting my legs, or I'm getting some work done on the computer and I'm resting my legs. I say the majority of the pain now is mostly getting up in and out of the chair. That can be frustrating. It's just frustrating. But I'm not feeling it as much as I used to. That doesn't mean I'm anywhere near 100%. I don't know where I'll be in a while. I don't know how long it'll take me to get to 100%. And, I have to take that. But the good news is that I'm not in as much pain. Now, the frustrating part is, am I going to be in pain all my life? Well, I kind of already have been with my arthritis, but I've learned to deal with it. And I think that's going to be the new norm for me, is having to deal with the pain. What they call, pain management. So I think that is the new ride that I'm on. Is not only do I accept the pain that I'm in, but how to manage it and be better. That scared the crap out of me. Not gonna lie, that's kind of startled me and scared me. But it's a good day. It is a good day. It's just a little cold, but not overly cold. It's cloudy, but not overcast. The sun's out. I'm enjoying life. I'm having a good day. Hope you're having a good day. But yeah, that's the good news. The good news is that I'm not in as much pain, but I still have to continue to do the work. And again, I thank you all for all your comments keeping me moving, because I know what it's like to be, how do I explain it? I know what it's like to be down and to feel frustrated. I feel like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? how am I going to do this? And, you know, just because I'll tell you the truth, when I was going through this in the beginning, all this, I mean, I was depressed. I was depressed. Literally thought that, I literally thought that my life was kind of just like, I don't want to say over, but that I looked at myself and went, I'm in my mid 50s and going into my late 50s, and this isn't exactly what I'd pictured myself, you know what I'm saying? I didn't picture myself being in the hospital and struggling to see if I, how would I be able to walk the same again, and would I still be able to do some of the same things? And luckily I had some people, more dogs are barking. But luckily I had some people around me who were always encouraging. They were always telling me that I was on track, I was going to get better, that things are going to be fine. But a lot of it, the rest of it was up to me. And I think that's the scary part. Let me tell you something. I think that's the scary part. Because when you have to, there are two types of people, truthfully. When you have to rely on yourself, there are those who have to rely on themselves and panic. And why do they panic? They panic because they're like, I don't want to rely on myself. I want to be able to just get back to what I was doing, and I need help doing it. I need help getting there. Well, I can understand that. But if that's the way you are, wow, you're pretty much going to be stuck with where you're at. Then there are the kind of people who are like, they have to rely on themselves and they make a plan out of it. They're like, yeah, I have to rely on myself, so here's what I'm going to do. And I know that while I was in the hospital and I was able to walk, once I was able to get up and walk around, that's when things changed for me. That's when I was like, okay, I can do this. I can get up and do my walks. I can get up out of the room, go get some coffee, read my book. Because I'm going to tell you something, the truth. The truth was, when I first got to the hospital and I was confined to bed, I was miserable. I was depressed. I did not want to be there, And yet I had people coming in and like, hey, it's time for your physical therapy. Hey, it's time for your occupational therapy. Hey, we need to get you up so we can, and I'd be like, okay. But after a week of that, lying in bed, doing nothing, watching TV, watching movies all the time, I was like, nah, I gotta get out of this bed. And I did. And I got out of the bed and started walking around. First, I started using a walker, which I will say is weird because a guy yes, I'm 57 years old. So a guy at 57 doesn't feel like he should be using a walker. He should be like, those are for old people who really have no mobility. So I was reluctant to use one. And then one of the nurses was like, hey, if you use a walker, it's going to help with your leg. you're not going to feel it as much. And so I was like, it's going to take all the pressure off my leg. So I was like, okay, I could do that. Let's take the pressure off my leg. And I walked for about a week with a walker. And yeah, I was kind of getting used to it. I didn't like it because, again, I felt I was too young to be using a walker, which is stupid. Once I got over myself, I didn't have a problem with it. Didn't have a problem with it at all. So let me tell you something. And then, as I move forward with this story, what I can tell you is that I decided one day not to use the walker. Just started walking on my own without it. And people were amazed. Mr. Scott, you're up and walking around. Mr. Scott, you're not using the walker. That's so good. Mr. Scott, oh my gosh, it's so good to see you up and around. Those are the kind of things I needed to hear. I needed to motivate me. Those are the things I still need to motivate me. I am still active. I'm more active now than I was a couple months ago. And I think that's just going to keep going. It's going to keep going because I have to be the one, with the help of God, to keep me moving. And if I just continue to move forward, I'm going to heal a lot faster. Matter of fact, I'm just about to finish my second lap on this, and I don't hardly feel any pain in my leg. Doesn't mean I'm not going to feel any pain in my leg when I get inside. It just feels like, hey, I don't feel any pain in my leg. This is pretty good. I like the way this feels. I should do more of it. And again, thank you all so much for leaving me those comments, because I need that kick in the butt. I need to hear from you guys saying, we're so proud of you. You can still do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And I'm like, hey, you're right. Because the only person that I can rely on to get myself better, aside from the healing hand of God, is myself. So, I am getting better and better every week. And it feels good. Now, I still can't tackle that lawn over there and mow it. It's on a slope. It aggravates my legs. But I don't know. Maybe in a month or two, maybe I will be able to mow that lawn and not feel so much pain. But I'm on my way. I'm on my way. And I'm happy about it. Thanks so much for you guys coming along on my walk again. I'll talk to you guys later.